So before we get started with this little project, I just want to say if you guys enjoy this video, find it informative in any way, it's an unbiased review, please drop a like and subscribe. I'm thinking about doing more product reviews on my bike. I have a lot of aftermarket things you can't tell now, but I could show you, and most of them are pretty good products that made a huge difference that I feel like not a lot of people know about, or there's not a lot of research and stuff out there, reviews on them. So if you guys enjoy it, please comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll get started. Hotcams was nice enough to send me 2 stage 2s. That's the one I chose instead of the stage 1, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But thanks guys, hope you guys enjoy the video. A little side note, I opted to get the stage 2s instead of the stage 1 solely for they're supposed to increase mid to top end power / overall power, whereas stage 1 is mainly bottom to mid kind of throttle response. So I mean, granted, the Cowies, the 250s, they like to sing up top, so it's like, well, why would you buy the the cams to make it sing on top when its weaker point might be down low? And I was doing a lot of back and forth and reading and this and that, and I finally came to the conclusion that to a point you might as well increase and beef up what's already good than just to gain very little in what is somewhat weak. And I mean, in reality, if you're in the right gear, you shouldn't have to worry about it anyway. And so hopefully this will increase overall top power. I'm going to do a couple tests up and down the road to see if it feels any faster when I'm done, and then I'm probably going to add my new race gas to it. I'm going to try a new race gas. I'm going to go with Sunco, I think it's GT 260 plus, so it's oxygenated unleaded 104 fuel. So we'll see, I'll try that. I'll dump it in as is, and if it starts backfiring and running really lean, then I know at that point I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit. But my engine builder and the people who did my ECU, they said that once I get it tuned by them, which I already had, that I can pretty much run any fuel without having to send it back to them. That was kind of weird to me, but whatever, I'll take their word for it. And like I said, if it's the oxygen and the fuel, if it makes it run too lean, you'll know, because you'll have a lot unnecessary amount of backfire and popping. So on that point, I'll probably just cut it with a quality non-ethanol fuel. So what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a Hotcams stage 2 install in a 2012 Kawasaki 250F. We'll be doing a review as well. Sorry if the audio quality is bad or the video quality is bad. I'm just holding my GoPro. I don't have a stabilizer or anything special, so try and make this quick and as unbiased as possible. So basically, I'm waiting on the parts. They should be here in the next hour or so. So I already tore apart the bike. I'm doing my air filter also, but it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. So you remove your fuel tank, however you got to do that on whatever bike. Mine was just electronic sensor right here, and then the fuel line right here. Move it out the way. Remove your spark plug wire, 2 Allen head bolts to get your head cap off. And then there's your cam cap assembly, your cams, your timing chain. And then what we're going to do here is remove your timing plug and your I forget what it's called, timing plug hole. I don't fucking know, but basically every bike's different, but mine, you just rotate this until there's a little line there and it lines up, and then you just verify that both your lobes are facing outward. And then I'll be removing the timing chain tensioner, cam chain tensioner. So mine's a manual one, so I'll just remove these guys, back it out, and then you'll have free play in your chain, which mine's a little loose right now anyway. I gotta adjust it anyway, so I'll do that while I'm here. And then you can remove your cam cap, and you'll move this out the way, and there you go. I'm probably gonna leave this actually on and do one cam at a time, just so I don't have to tie this up so in the event that it falls down and drops. Yeah. So I just got done rotating this, your crank essentially counterclockwise, and then I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little line in there, and you line that up with the gaps in here. And then just to make sure, your lobes are pointing outward. So there's that. So I removed my cam chain tensioner, pretty easy, just the two 8mm bolts for my bike in my case. And then my head anyway, my cam cap, it's labeled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the torquing pattern. So I just loosen it up in the same order. And then what I like to do is remove my bolts, and I set them aside in the exact orientation of how it would be when I install it. That way I use the same bolts in the same spot. And then, yeah, careful with the little C-clips in here. They'll fall out, so just be really careful. Usually sometimes they'll stay on the cams, sometimes they won't, so just kind of pull it out very straight and linear and see if you can see that they're still under there. I can try and show you here in a sec if you guys want to see what I'm talking about. So that's the orientation, back left, back right, middle left, middle right, etc., etc. So that's how I do it. I kind of ran out of room, or else it'd be, in order. So we're gonna try and remove this guy real quick. Just a little shake, it should come off. Just try and go straight up as possible. In my case, one clip stayed, and then the other one, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's try and show you. So one clip in here stayed. This one isn't as free moving as my other one for whatever reason, and the other one's still on the cam. So I'm gonna remove that guy. Place her back in here so I don't lose it, and then put this and associate it here. Also, I mean, at least for my 2012 Kawasaki, there's these O-rings. Just want to make sure that whenever you put it back, that your O-rings are there. If not, you're going to have some serious oil bypass, and it'll leak through your weep hole, and you'll just lose oil over time, maybe even burn it. So just a little heads up. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for the cams to come in, and then it'll be real easy. This is already pretty loose, so we'll just take it out, put one in at a time, and then make sure our timing's good with our timing marks, and do our count per the manual. Mine, I'd have to show you guys, but it's like the 28th pin is the 28th or 27th pin is the pin right before my dot down there. So yeah. Well, after waiting around for freaking 6 hours, they're finally here. So we'll open them up, check them out. So first thing, kind of sucks. I have to take the decompression off and put it on the exhaust side. And then from what everything I keep seeing and reading, I have to grind the head to gain clearance needed. So hopefully I don't have to grind that much, but we'll see. My old exhaust cam, there's the Hotcams stage 2. Basically you just remove this Allen head screw, remove that, and then you can pull the decompression off, and then you just orientate it the same way. It's hard to see, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just do it all in one motion. So like take this off, and then you'll see how the spring is assembled in there, and then just transfer it right to the other. That's the easiest, simplest way to do it. So we can look at these guys real quick if you guys want. So basically, I mean, the bearings seem pretty nice. I mean, this one is a little rougher than the other one. I mean, it's still smooth, but the other one's pretty free floating. So we'll dump some assembly lube in there and run it for a little bit and do an oil change. I don't think I'll have to grind it down like the directions were saying. It's just saying if it doesn't clear for whatever reason, cut it or grind into it, but mine seemed to fit. The valve clearances are the same as far as like if you're trying to do your you know, clearances, your valve lash. So it says do's and don'ts: change the oil after installation of the cams before you start the engine for the first time. Clean or change the oil filter too. Do not use synthetic lubes or oils during break-in. Use petroleum-based oils only. Synthetic oils do not allow the camshaft to break in properly. Do use plenty of assembly lube. Yeah, so we're gonna put them in, time it, and go from there. I just got done eating dinner, but anyway, so I lubed up the inside of the bearings just a little bit, and pretty much want to lube wherever there's contact. So did a little drop of assembly lube on the buckets, where the, I don't know if you guys can see it right there, but where the cam rotates on the head. Do that for both of them. Now I'm going to time it, put it back together, and double check that this exhaust one, I don't know if you guys can see it, clears or not. I can't tell yet because I don't remember if it sits further back or more over here, so we'll see in a sec. So they're in there now. It's timed. I counted 3 times just to make sure. Now going to install my cam cap bolts in the proper order, torque them, install the cam chain tensioner, and then I'm going to rotate it using my ratchet and rotate it on the flywheel to make sure it clears like it's supposed to. So 1 second, we'll get to that. Alright, moment of truth. She's all somewhat put back together, so we're going to try and start her and hope she fires up with no cooking or grinding and no catastrophic failure, hopefully. So, let's see. And go for a ride down the road here. So in conclusion, it's a beast, man. Like I just took it up and down a paved road, and I mean it was pulling hard and just had so much over rev. Like I could just keep going. It felt like, yeah, we'll see how it is on the track, but my assumptions are I'd be able to hold third longer before I shift, hold second longer before I shift, that kind of thing, because it just felt like it would just keep revving and it kept on making power. It was pretty awesome. So we'll see on the track how it all works out. But just going up and down the road, I mean, I'm a big dude, so, but it was plenty for me to do, you know, wheelies without really trying and manipulating it and kind of leaning back and whatnot. So I'll have to do a follow-up video or something after, but yeah, man, successful. So I just dumped a little bit of my Sunoco GT 260 Plus in there, some oxygenated unleaded 104, I believe, is the octane, but it's like 98 motor. So it should make some pretty good power. And then this winter I'll be putting on a CP piston, and yeah, go from there. But dude, the throttle response is just instant, man. Like I don't know, just sitting here idling when I was just going boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's just fucking there, dude. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how it works out on the track. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys want me to review anything else that's on my bike that you guys can see, let me know. Or if like I said, if you know, for some companies out there or whatever, if you guys want to shoot me some products, I'll be more than happy to test them out and give you an honest regular guy, you know, review. So far so good with the cams. No complaints. Hopefully it longevity, hopefully it lasts me a while. So, and hopefully my motor lasts me a while. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you like the video. I try to make it as short as possible. I know at the end here I rambled on, but yeah. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.